Okay, we're back in the middle of an encounter. Who would like to recap how we have gotten into this
Mhm.
very sorry state that we're in right now?
Oh, right, I remember.
I can.
All right.
So we start off. Hal is poking his nose where it doesn't belong after a similarly difficult encounter. Before healing, runs into Vaz, creates a scare for a possible TPK because everyone's still half dead. Runs out and decide, you know what, we'll just leave Vaz in the cave for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. It was that it took to treat everyone and get everyone back to full health. Then we ran back in the cave and started chasing around Vaz, dealing with her undead servants and uh, a and sort of going back and forth on whether or not we're actually attacking the what's it called? The monster, the spider monster thing in the corner. Um, we were pretty close to having a good fight. Then Kagos throws a thunderstone and causes a cave in, killing half the team, basically. Um, and from there, first Vaz, in a last-ditch effort, crawls up onto the ceiling as she's getting lower and lower on health just to get out of reach and run away, possibly. Then Kagos throws the Thunderstone, causing the cave in. Then, uh, killing everyone. Then, except for Kagos and Alec, Kagos brings Hal and Sophie back up. Hal and Alec are just trying to figure out how to attack Vaz, and we're just sort of throwing shit at her for a while until Kagos and Sophie can get in a position to deal some ranged damage as our only ranged attackers. And she almost gets out, and but still manages to convince the spider monster to attack at the end. And so Sophie managed to get the shot through Vaz, finishing her off. But now Kagos is being eaten by the spider monster, and that's where we left off.
So Kagos was actually eaten, and he managed to carve himself out of the spider's body and is lying in a dead heap, and I guess covered in spider guts. But yes, that is exactly where we are.
And is about to be eaten again.
Potentially. Um, all right, yeah. Help yourself to a hero point, and we are still in combat. Um, we're still in the middle of this encounter, and it's currently Kagos' turn. So Kagos, I believe
Oh,
you have a death save.
that's right.
Yeah, I'm dying once.
Yeah, yeah. But- Okay, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, Kagos, you are now just unconscious. Make sure your wounded level gets adjusted as well.
All
But
right.
yeah, guess you're out of the woods for now.
Oop, in my turn.
Let me get rid of Voz from the turn tracker. Let me delete you. There we go. All right. Now it's this spider's turn, or the Trixie Tog's turn, I guess. Um, she's in a rough state. Her guts are kind of spilling out her abdomen. Um, it looks she moves her head over Kagos, like thinking about swallowing him, but then she quickly realizes that's probably a bad idea considering that she has no way to actually keep Kagos inside of her. So she's just going to scamper over his body a little bit and disappear from sight. Yeah, who... No one can really see what happens. Okay. Hal, it's your turn.
I'm unconscious. I think without any dying.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alright, yeah, you don't have to worry about a death save. Alec. Alec is going to... He's going to walk up to Kagos, like, pick Kagos up and drag him back to Sophie and say, I think he needs help. I don't really have I don't really have anything for him. But I'm not sure if he's still dying or not. I have no idea what's going on. And then that would have been his 3 actions. So, Sophie.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have much. Let me check my non-existent backpack. And I'm gonna look and see if I have anything. That's not great. So, I have +6 in medicine. Like, do you need anything special to treat wounds?
You need
Or
a
can you
healer's
just
kit.
do it? Okay. I'm gonna search Kagos' backpack to see if he has a healer's kit.
Okay. As he's rooting through as she's rooting through your backpack, Kagos, does Sophie find anything that might be helpful?
Yes.
Ooh.
There is a very familiar red elixir of life
Oh man. Oh hell yes.
and a healer's kit.
Okay, well, Sophie just grabs the elixir of life. Right, I don't have to do surgery on him. And then she feeds Kagos the elixir.
Okay. I'm not sure how many turns that'll take, but it's fine. I think combat doesn't matter too much right now.
Yeah, I think I do have enough actions in any case.
Usually, going through backpacks is like a whole turn.
Yeah.
Every action.
Really?
I'll
Oh,
say
okay.
Alec
Yeah.
was helping
Okay,
you
well-
out. Like, Alec would have started the process of dumping everything out of Kagos'
Yeah.
bag.
That's fair. Ooh.
6 health points.
I mean, officially on my turn.
Right? Kagos. You suddenly regain consciousness covered in this icky, gooey substance. And, I mean, you smell bad, at least that's what other people would say. You're not so sure yourself, though. Smells perfectly normal.
Oh, what are we doing? Are we still fighting?
I mean, the spider ran off. So.
Yeah, but we
Okay.
got Vaz. Like,
Okay.
Sophie points to Vaz's body.
Where's Hal? Oh, fuck.
I don't know where Hal is.
So yeah,
at this
like,
point, you'll
I mean,
hear
I
a
ran
loud
off.
snore echoing through the cave.
Hold on. How is this?
Probably half buried in rubble.
Administer first aid. It doesn't do anything. Okay. I have 0 way of healing Hal.
You,
Well,
you can't.
I will go
can't-
check on him. I will go check on him.
Okay.
So that's... Fuck. It took all
Getting
my
up.
actions just to get over there.
Yeah.
Because getting up, walking over there is 2 actions.
yeah.
Well, I mean, To walk over there's 2 actions, and getting up was 1. So, oh, you okay, Hal? And I'll poke him because I can't do anything else.
Okay. Stuff happens that you can't see. Hal is still snoring.
Why am I still prone?
Okay, back to Alec. Alec says, we need to pull back. I don't think we're in any state to fight or like continue pushing in any more.
Oh yeah, we gotta get out of here.
Here, let me. So he walks over to Hal. That'll take him 2 movements, and he'll pick Hal up. That's his 2 actions, or his 3 actions. Sophie.
Okay. Sophie's gonna still can't believe that Voz is dead, so she's gonna go and inspect the body. Is there anything like on her or like anything useful?
Give me one
Anything of
second.
interest?
Let me. I just updated
Yeah.
Sophie's token, by the way. It was broken, so.
Oh, okay. Should I move it again?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You search Vaz. Why don't you go ahead and roll a perception in secret?
Alright.
Okay. On her body, you find 2 pieces of paper which look like letters. They both have like a wax seal on them. One of them has a broken seal that you don't recognize, and one of them has an intact seal that looks vaguely familiar. You're not entirely sure where it's from just yet, though. You also find 1 potion of healing, or 1 elixir of life,
Yes.
and that's about it.
Okay. Is that like all my actions this turn, or?
Oh, actually, sorry, I lied. You find a few more things. Let me write these down.
Ooh. Alright.
You find an elixir of life. And then you find. Okay, you find these.
Oh, sweet. The scrolls are separate from the letters,
Yes.
or? Okay. I see. Do I still have an action after all of this, or?
Yeah, so walking over,
Okay.
searching. You have 1 more action.
Okay, I'm gonna try to read the piece of paper that's not sealed.
The piece of paper that's not sealed. Okay. Yeah, you're able to read that just fine.
Okay.
And this is what you see.
Oh.
So I'm just going to read it out for the
Yeah.
recording. So it's addressed to Voz. Rumors have reached our ears about a discovery underneath Citadel Altarine. This is something of great interest to us. Knowledge that you possess is a rare thing to come by. Perhaps we can come to some sort of agreement. Signed, Lazlin, the Scarlet Triad.
Oh. That's incredibly ominous. If he just kind of puts everything away, and then I'll be her turn.
Okay. Kagos.
Well, Alex got Hal, so Kagos will just leave. Let me drag out my path. I guess he's gotta go right that way.
Okay. So are you guys going to go after the spider now? I guess that's down to Sophie and Kagos.
I vote no.
No.
Okay, I'm just going to end the encounter so we can do this stuff out of combat.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say Kagos might say, ask Sophie, is she really dead? As he walks past Sophie.
Uh, well, she didn't seem to like react when I went through her stuff. So, oh yeah, and I also found the stuff.
Yeah, what you got there? I see some paper.
Yeah, there's some papers. There's some scrolls. Are the scrolls sealed, by the way?
The scrolls are... They're not sealed, they're just kind of rolled up.
You might like these scrolls. I feel like this is your thing. She hands Kagos the
I
scrolls.
can't really read magic. Um,
So as you're having this conversation, Alec like kind of walks up to you and says, "Continue talking inside."
Great. So
He's gonna continue walking.
let's. Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna pick everything up and
You should put
yeah.
Hal on the bed.
Yeah.
And then Kagos will get to immediately healing Hal, ignoring the conversation he was just having.
He's gonna put everything on the table.
Alec is just gonna slump into one of the chairs in the corner. You know what, actually?
Sophie's also slumped.
He's gonna go back outside real quick. And he's gonna pick up Voz's
Okay.
body and drag it back in. And just kind of
So there-
throw her in the corner.
Uh, how does this work? Treat wounds. I can do a 20, but if I fail, I'll just do a regular. Should have done the 20.
Wow.
Okay. So there's 10 minutes where I guess Sophie and Alec can do things. I don't know what they're doing.
Alec is just kind of searching over Voz to make sure didn't miss anything.
So Sophie brings out the sealed piece of paper. She goes, "Does anyone recognize the seal?"
Do I recognize the seal?
Why don't you give me a society lore check?
Oh, jeez, that's.
Oh,
Or
oh,
not.
wait, that's hey.
Kagos, you feel like you might recognize this, but no matter how like deep you search into your mind, you can't seem to figure out where the symbol is from.
Would elven lore be applicable here?
No, it wouldn't.
All right.
Should we just open it? I might be able to read it.
I guess there's a reason not to open it, right? Unless it's cursed. I doubt it, though. People do that? Do they curse letters?
Oh, I've never heard of somebody cursing a letter.
Right. How about you open it? You know, just to make sure.
All right, I guess we'll open it.
How do you open it?
It's just sealed, right?
Yeah, it's
Like
got like
a wax seal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he just takes out he just peels the wax off,
Okay.
maybe with a dagger if it's like necessary, but
I need you to roll. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. You open the letter, and this is what you see.
oh, it's in a language I can read. Okay.
So I'll just read it out also.
Mm-hmm.
Laslan, the terms you've proposed are agreeable to me. I will continue to dig around and see what I can learn about the ring. Activating the rings may depend on the state that they're in. However, recent events seem to indicate that at least one of the rings is still functional. I believe I have located an alternate entrance, and I am currently clearing out certain infestations blocking the way. More information should be coming soon. I will confirm the existence of the ring once I've seen it with my own eyes. However, further details will follow only after I have received the first part of my funding per our deal. I look forward to our continued relationship. By Norberger's hand, Voz.
We know who a Norberger is? Norgerber.
Norgorber, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
And not for the DM. This is in character
why don't
because
you
we have not
roll?
seen this thing.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll? What would you? I need to look at a character sheet. I believe it's religion. Yeah. Why don't you roll religion?
Oh, yay.
Oh.
Nope.
It's familiar to you. Like you definitely heard this word before. You just can't seem to put two and two together.
Mm. Do any of you know who Norgorber
Uh,
is?
do
I'm
we?
going to ask if
Yeah.
Elven lore will be applicable here again.
Still religion.
Okay,
Oh.
no.
I mean, you can attempt religion checks. Everyone can attempt a religion check.
All right. My best.
Why not, right?
Oh.
I guess that would be why not.
Yeah.
Sophie, you actually
Oh.
recognize the phrase. You've seen other followers of the Reaper of Reputation kind of use this.
For reputation. Um.
So-
What do I know about that?
So the Reaper of Reputation is kind of a religious cult. They're followers of Norgorber, who's like the Pathfinder deity of assassination, thievery, like kind of roguish, sketchy
Mm.
shit.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
I recognize this phrase. It's a lot of shady people use it in town. Well, not a lot, but like there's some shady people in town who kind of around in back alleyways and they say this sometimes, but I don't really know. They worship like Reaper of Reputation, but that's basically all I know about them. They're kind of a weird cult.
Um,
So I guess Voz was involved in this Laslan person.
um, all right, before I ask, do I know what the Scarlet Triad is?
Why don't you give me a society check?
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, no idea.
I'm gonna ask one more time. Elven lore.
I'm afraid not. But you're welcome to do a normal society check.
And I'm trained, so
You know,
Ooh.
How?
Hey.
You actually recognize the name Scarlet Triad. But as far as you know, it's just like a minor merchants guild based in Katapesh, which is a country far, far to the south of where you are right now.
yeah, I recognize the name. My family's done some work with them. They're like a merchant guild, far, far south. But that's
Mm.
that's all
I
I
kind
know.
of thought from the name they might be like a thieves guild, and then Sophie, you mentioned the other ones like shady assassination cult.
Well, it seems like we're missing a letter here, to be perfectly honest.
Well, she never sent this one, right? Because she must have intended to send it. Then we
Because
killed
there's,
her.
well, yeah, there's that, but
Yeah.
also in the first letter, it's suggesting an agreement, and in the other letter, it's saying that the agreement details have been agreed upon already and is waiting to be completed. We still don't know
Right.
what the agreement is.
That's true.
Well, it seems like it's money.
What?
I mean, there's definitely
Well,
money, but there's probably information as well.
yeah, it's probably more than just money.
What would merchants want with a ring?
Well, if they can travel anywhere, wouldn't that expand their business
Is
operations?
that how
Like,
elf rings work? Man,
did
we
we ever
shouldn't have killed Voss. We could have asked.
did we ever decide on what elf rings do?
They they transport things,
I
people.
Yeah,
think
that's
we got that much. We just don't
okay.
know
Yeah,
how any of that works.
right.
They go from
Well,
point A to point B.
this letter implies there's multiple, and that one of them is broken, or
Well,
some of them are
you know,
broken.
the
There's
one,
a
if there was one in Citadel Altarine and there was like frog people there from the
Canadian
Wangi
infestation.
Expanse,
What are the
Does it consider both ends of the
this?
elf ring where you enter and exit as one ring?
I mean, does a straw have one hole? Like, I don't know.
Because Vaz says at least one of them is functional. So
I
does
th-
that mean each ring only goes from one point to another, or can any ring go from one point to any other ring?
I don't think we'll
Uh,
know the answer to that until we actually see the rings for ourselves.
so we know that there's one here, and that there's one in the Mwangi Expanse.
there's one at the Citadel Altarine too.
That's the one here.
It's here, yeah.
But isn't there? I feel like there's one in the cave. Doesn't the letter kind of say that? Where's the letters?
I think
Well,
it
that's
sounds
leading the
like,
one.
yeah.
That's leading to the one
Can we
under
get access to
Citadel.
the letters?
Oh,
Yeah,
we
they're
don't
on
have
the
it.
notes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awkward. Let me share that with you guys. Permissions, all players. Okay, that's letter 1, and that's letter 2. Okay, you should have access now.
We should try to make copies of these seals. At least drawings of
Okay, I can
them.
do that
Oh, I
in a
think I might
second.
have also mixed up the seals. You don't recognize the seal on the first letter. You vaguely the seal on the second letter is vaguely familiar to you.
I mean, it has to be Vaz's seal, right? Like, logically.
Logically speaking, yeah, but we
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah,
The first one must be Laslin's. Like, that would make sense, right? Or the Scarlet Triad in general.
I mean that's
Maybe.
generally how things work. You know,
Yeah,
somebody writes a letter and then they seal it with
with
their
their own
seal.
seal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can assume that for now.
Well, I was just saying, Vaz's letter says, I've located an alternate entrance. Like she's found, we're not close to Citadel Altarine. Like another ring here. That's what I understand from this.
alternate entrance.
An infestation, which,
The
there's a spider.
Tiki Tog, maybe.
I think she's
He's
talking about.
digging.
I think Vaz the spider thing was working with Vaz, so I don't think that's the infestation. I think she's talking about the boggarts.
Hmm. She hasn't even confirmed the ring's existence. She only assumes it's there, right?
Well, there's boggarts and Chaurka here that no one else saw moving through the lands in large numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to assume that there's
Mm-hmm.
a ring in Citadel All-Terrain.
Or a very long tunnel.
All
How
the way
far
down.
are we from Citadel All-Terrain?
You think you're maybe a couple miles away.
Oh. So it's probably the same ring. Okay. I thought we were like 20 miles away.
So, like, when to get here, like, you initially started on the same path, but then you forked off the road at some point, like, basically into the forest as opposed to
Okay.
walking through the forest.
Okay. I retract what I said earlier. Yeah, it's probably the same ring with a long tunnel.
What I meant is that, as a joke, there's a long tunnel between here and the Mwangi Expanse instead of a ring. But
Yeah,
you know what? Never
that's-
mind.
Well,
Let's just keep going.
Here in Citadel All-Terrain. Since there was already a long tunnel between Citadel All-Terrain and Breach Hill.
You know, never mind. Let's just drop it.
Okay, so do you want to look for this other ring, or what do we do about it?
We still have to confirm how the boggarts and the Chaurka, if they're actually stuck.
Well, we should go see what Vaz was digging here.
We take a couple more hours.
Yeah,
We should do that first.
yeah, we should.
Because I'm pretty sure that spider thing's still in there.
I think
And
he's
it
he's
ate
all
me.
right.
That was not
No,
pleasant.
he was being controlled by Voz, so
Also,
think-
has anyone seen or Sophie's dagger and my rapier?
oh wait, I forgot.
Did no one pick those up?
No.
Well, we kind of just wanted to get out of there.
Sophie, I just saw you with a dagger though, so maybe that's
this
better.
this is Voz's. You want to check it out?
I mean, is it a better dagger?
I inspect the dagger. Is it any good?
It's a fairly intricate, ornate dagger. It's got this inscribed hilt. You're not sure what it says. It's in a language you don't recognize. Yeah, it feels nice and light, and it's a +1 dagger, but you don't know that. But you'll figure it out
Right.
eventually. So I'm just telling you right now.
Okay. You know what? I'm just Hal. You probably need this dagger in case we fight any other things that can crawl on the ceiling. So I hand it to Hal.
You know, I think I would prefer my crossbow back.
Okay,
Well,
you can
I
have
look at
that.
the writing?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
do I recognize it?
Or do I recognize it?
I need to look at what languages everyone knows.
Does Elven lore apply? I want to use my lore.
Actually, yeah, you could make an Elven lore check.
Finally.
Let's go.
All right.
Oh, wait,
My
there's
next question was,
actually-
do I recognize it as a common language?
Define common. I don't see your lore check, by the way, Hal.
Oh, you don't?
It might just mean my browser also.
That's weird. I see it.
I think
Okay.
it's your
I see
browser,
it.
but there was an extra +1, because as a seer elf, I get a +1 to identify magic or decipher writing.
Yeah, but with the 9, no. You have
Damn.
no idea what this language is.
So it's not elf.
Does it look like it's written in a common language? Not common, but like
Let me check. It's not anything that you recognize.
okay. So I can't even recognize the language. Okay. It's fancy.
Okay, well,
Actually, I
Ross-
retract that, Kagos.
Ooh.
This written script, although it's not infernal, it looks like it might be in a similar style.
Okay. I might be able to read this. I mean, I have this comprehension elixir. Makes me be able to read things. Should I
mean,
try it?
it'd be worth using it on a dagger. Like, it probably just says something like,
I mean,
um,
I had to make 2 of them because, I have to make things in 2s.
I don't know, but it's good to know. Um,
How long does it last for?
Um,
It's just long enough to read a passage.
why don't we open
It
these
also,
scrolls?
well, I don't
So-
want to use it. I can show you the description of what it does.
Yeah.
How do I put it out there? There we go.
I see. Okay. Okay.
And I'll drink it.
Oh,
So I'll use one.
Okay. Yeah, you drink it, and all of a sudden the text you don't learn what language it is, right? You can just read it. You can understand. Yeah, you just understand what they are.
Yeah.
So for you don't know what this word means right away because it's not, well, a common word, but slowly its meaning starts to enter your mind, and you think it means Lorraine, as in Voz's last
Means
name.
what? Oh. Oh. It's just Voss's name.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense,
So I
actually.
guess it's like a family dagger.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think that's useful information, but it's
Does
good to
Oz
know.
have any family?
Don't we all have families?
Yeah, but
I mean,
Voss
everyone
has
was
been-
born,
Yeah,
unless
right?
she's like a demon or something.
Well, I guess this confirms she isn't a demon. I've heard of demonic bloodlines before, so we
Alec,
can't rule that out.
can you tell us if, if we're on the right track here? You're the most experienced with demons.
I mean, she's pretty demonic, but I don't know if she's a demon. Have you?
Alright,
Did you
well, that
see
was
the way
kind
she
of
was
like-
crawling across the ceiling? That wasn't normal.
That was freaky. Never seen
Yeah,
anything like that.
but I think she did like a spell before that, right?
You did several.
But I mean, like right before she started climbing.
Spells are weird. Like spells are kind of
Yeah.
really close to being demonic anyway. So
Some of them are demonic.
exactly.
All right.
What about these scrolls? Like, we should take a look at these scrolls.
I mean, I can't really read them or use them, but I can look at them.
Yeah,
you look
let's
at
open them up.
and you realize that they are magic scrolls, because you have seen so many of them so far that you kind of just
Yeah.
recognize.
Mhm.
And those are the scrolls.
All right. I can put them with the others.
Yeah, just toss them
Yeah.
in.
How many scrolls have you accumulated?
6 now.
It would be
We
good
should
if we were
probably
pretend.
like sell those or something.
We can sell them
Yeah.
back now afterwards, but yeah.
I think the problem was like in Breach Hill, Vaz was probably the one that would buy scrolls.
I mean, we got them from. Are these first levels?
Yes, they're all first level.
Okay. First level and first level. Okay.
Oh. Are we going to talk about anything else? Or are we just going to heal?
We're just gonna heal.
Yeah, I think we're
All
good.
right. I'll start healing everybody. This will be Sophie. You're not dead. So I'll do the 20 to give you
Yeah,
the DC 20 for 10 extra hit points.
I'm literally at 1. Oh,
Ooh.
Or not. I failed.
okay.
right.
What happens?
I
Nothing
failed.
or
Nothing.
okay, okay.
Um, for Alec with the 20.
Hey.
48.
All right.
Alec gets 30 hit
Oh.
points.
That's
Dang.
a shot of life.
All right. And me for 20. Of course. All right, I failed. And then back to Hal.
Al has
Just
not
15
gone up from
is
the
your.
bed.
I should have done the 20, but it doesn't matter because this probably will heal you.
Yep.
Wait, that's not 48. It's 2d8. Shit. Oh no, that was a critical success. Yeah.
Oh.
20. Yeah, critical. Okay. And then. So Alec should have been less, but.
It's fine.
Oops. I don't know what that was.
What's going on? Oof.
Yikes.
Oh, good thing I can't critically
Oh.
fail at this. Goes back to Sophie. Sorry, Sophie, you're just not getting healed.
I
Me?
Oh, Nuggets are
Only
my
bleeding out.
wounded as well.
This might take a while. All right, back to Sophie. This is hour 3.
Oh man.
Hey.
All right.
Which I didn't say the 20, but all right, I'll just do this. Doesn't matter. I'll say the 20
You can
next
do
time.
the 20. It's fine. We'll be here
All
forever
right.
otherwise.
Yeah, give me
So
another
you
2d8.
get 10 more.
Wait.
Roll 10.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, and then back to me for 20.
Oh well.
Of course. Well, back to Sophie for 20. Oh, back.
Oh my god.
This
Yeah,
is hour
50-50,
5.
right?
All right. And Sophie one more time.
You know, you could like spend the rest of the hour to double the healing,
Okay.
so you don't have to keep rolling
There
individual
you.
ones.
Does that count as a crit?
But then I can't treat anybody else, and then it's like,
Yeah, but it's
so
the
you
two
get.
of you, and you're waiting an hour anyway.
Yeah. Let me double check something.
Is that a crit?
It just increases it by 10.
Oh, even better. Okay. Okay, that should be
And if
good.
you were wounded, you're no longer wounded.
Right. I assume my what is this? Enfeebled is gone as well, or
Yes, that would have just naturally worn off over the course of the 6 hours that it's taken.
So it's
Oh,
like
how? I
late
never
afternoon.
actually critically succeeded on you, so you would still be wounded.
Well, you treated me
Oh no, it's
twice.
success. Wounded,
Yeah.
wounded success. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And one more for me. Yay! Oh, that was the wrong number. 2d8 plus 10.
Wow.
Okay. That was a good one. Okay. We're all healed up.
It is now.
I have no potions. That was 6 hours, so
So it's now like. Man, the sun has actually gone down.
We've spent 10 hours healing today.
yeah.
When you look outside.
so should we just like sleep? Because I don't have any more potions.
I want to get my sword and the dagger back from the cave first.
Okay, we should risk that, and then we should sleep.
I feel like we should also explore or like take a preliminary look at Vaz's whatever she had going on there. I just don't want to be taken by surprise by, I don't know, an undead army or something in the morning.
That's a good idea.
So if it's night, can Hal see?
Oh, yeah, let me change the environment.
I'll just light up a torch.
Okay.
What happened to the... Alright. It's
Oh, the torch
40
module
feet
is gone,
per
by the way.
torch.
Yes.
How long is it?
Alright.
Alright. I'm just going to do dim light for 40. And bright light for 20. Update. Cool. And I'll get rid of a torch. Alright.
Okay. Do you remember where you dropped them?
The rapier was over here, and the last time I threw the dagger was somewhere over here, I think.
Alright. Oh, I was gonna say Kagos was gonna pop in the window and Sophie, you coming? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Alec has his
surprised
sword
you-
out, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Kagos' sling is prepared and his stuff's
Sophie has
out.
her bow. Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready.
We're
We
cautious.
know.
Oh, and I guess Hal has Vaz's dagger as well.
Oh, August, you should give Hal the crossbow.
Oh yeah, you can have the hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Which
Okay. So, wait, where were your weapons again?
Somewhere around the top.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the spider was there before, so...
Hmm. But now I've got Vaz's dagger and the hand crossbow.
we really just need to find the rapier.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to, with the dagger out, gonna go searching.
Okay. Yeah, you go there and you don't, why don't you roll perception for me, Hal?
Secret or?
Secret.
Does he have? I mean, we're all helping. I think.
Okay, Hal. Ooh, okay. Hal, you're like scanning the environment before you kind of step in. You look forward and to the right, and you do see your rapier there, where you left it. It hasn't really moved. You also see a pool of blood that you can only assume was your blood, kind of right next to it. To the left, you see the same like spider web mass that you saw earlier. Um, it still stretches pretty much from the floor to the ceiling. But nothing else really stands out except for this vaguely humanoid creature kind of meshed into the spider web, like right about there.
Going to go up to it and use my fancy new dagger from Voz and cut it out.
Okay, you cut it out, and this awful brownish reddish liquid kind of oozes out onto the floor in front of you. Um, Mixed in with this liquid are fragments of what looks like bone and maybe a couple teeth. Um, and that kind of deflates half of the human, like as the liquid oozes out, half of the shape kind of deflates. The other half of the shape still looks solid, but you can't see it because it's still kind of encased in the spider web. The
I
smell
guess
is
we
not
were
great.
guess we were a little bit late um for this one. Oh god, that's bad. Um
You do okay. Wait,
Hal's not a grave robber, so he's not gonna
but
continue cutting it out.
like still, as the liquid oozes out, you see a couple like shiny things kind of glinting from within the sack.
Kagos, if you want those shiny things, you reach in.
I feel like there's zero hesitation.
Oh yeah.
Kagos, you reach in. First of all, it's absolutely disgusting for most people. Yeah, like you're not sure where the liquid liquid ends and the solid stuff begins. But you kind of root around in there, and you eventually pull out um, a star knife that looks kind of fancy. And you also realize that the other armor, or not the other shiny was like the armor that was kind of stuck onto what was left of the body. You can't really pull it out without cutting the web open.
Uh, so I think as he's rooting through, as I'm rooting through, Kagos is gonna be like, I kind of, oh, this, I'm really miss Goop Goop. Uh, this kind of reminds me of him. Anyways, there's this really cool knife. I don't know if I can use it.
A star? What?
Star knife.
Knife. It's like a
I'm
throwing.
looking it up in the equipment.
Yeah, it's like a throwing star.
Oh.
Huh. Neat.
Okay. And you said armor. I can't really get it out. I guess I'm gonna have to do some cutting.
Oh, you now have a fancy new knife.
It is a martial weapon. I don't know how to use it.
Oh, it is.
Anyways, yeah.
Kagos, you feel like something is
I'll,
a little off about this knife. You can't put
Oh.
your finger on it though. It doesn't seem like a normal weapon.
Uh, hmm. This thing seems really fancy. I'm not. We'll have to take a closer look outside. And then the armor. I mean, I'm willing to start cutting into this. I
Okay.
just don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it out.
With enough time, if you feel like it'll take you about 15 minutes to like be able to cut away the webbing and pull away the armor.
Can you watch my back for a while?
Yeah, sure. I still have to find that silver dagger that Sophie lent me.
Oh, well, maybe Alec and Sophie can come in here and watch my back.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
We can
sure.
look for that.
That
I'll keep watch down this passageway.
I'll watch the entrance.
Okay. And I will start cutting.
All right, you start cutting.
But I think Hal's going first.
Yeah, Hal, why don't we do your stuff first?
Another secret perception.
Do you remember where you dropped it?
It was. I think it was in this room because I remember it. It was either in this room or this tunnel.
Okay. The last time I remember you throwing the knife was down here.
Yeah. That's what I remember too.
I'm trying to remember. I threw it. I picked it up.
That was down here.
Okay,
I
I'm just gonna
ran-
say, like, if you're walking around for 15 minutes, like, will you just basically do a circuit of
Yeah,
the places
I think
that
I'll
you've
just
been?
do a circuit.
You find your you find your knife.
Okay, and I'll hand it back to Sophie.
Thanks. It's silver. It's very,
If nothing
Yeah, the
happens,
silver
what-
dagger. I think I
it's
can
very
just
important.
swap
it.
it over to the. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Kagos, as you cut open this humanoid figure, you realize first of all it's a little smaller than what you originally anticipated. It's actually, you think it was a gnome before it kind of melted away. Only a third of the body is still there. Like the legs are gone, half the torso is gone, half the face is gone, one of the arms is gone. So yeah, that's the state that it's in, and the armor that it was wearing was in fact splint mail.
Was what mail?
Splint.
Splint. Oh.
And yeah, this also seems enhanced in some way. Like it hasn't really been affected by the acids as much as you would have expected like normal mail to be, because it's still got like leather components and whatnot, right? So seems slightly better.
Yeah. I think we should go out of the cave and look at this stuff because,
That's probably a safer bet.
Or is it also those
Yeah.
boxes in that other room though? Should we check on that as well?
I'll take a quick
we
look.
should. Did you see the spider thingy?
I was focused mostly on the ground. It might be above us actually, and with that he'll look up.
We should look up more often.
Mhm, mhm.
Now, as you look up, you see in the corner this vaguely spider shape, kind of just chilling on the ceiling and staring right back at the lot of you.
You're the same one as before, right? We took care of Vaz for ya.
Mhm. We're not gonna hurt you or anything.
Voz is dead.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yes.
This is her dagger. He'll hold it up.
And with that, you see the spider or Trixie Talk just like visibly relax. It just kind of sags. And by sags, I mean it like slumps down from the ceiling and sort of just rests against the webbing that it's hanging from.
Hey, I'm sorry that I stabbed you on the inside. I mean, you did eat me.
You do
Wait, you
look
got
tasty.
eaten?
I don't know. Besides, goblins, what do you eat?
Uh, anything?
I mean, there's a fresh vase in the room.
No, we should keep that body. Actually,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
are we going to take the whole body back?
Like you
I
can give
feel
him
like
an
we
arm,
should.
right? An arm or a leg.
Yeah, I mean, we really just need a head.
I
Yeah, yeah.
I
don't
still
I don't
have
trust leaving
I still have a
leaving
couple
Lenny.
though, and she points to the gnome that's like kind of half exposed, like
Oh,
still
Oh, okay, yeah,
good.
you're fine.
sorry, I also just rooted through your meal.
This is okay.
I think we'll be
You know any?
leaving now.
There
Well, do
there
you know
might be
anything
more
about?
for you later. Down that other tunnel.
You know
I
anything about this cave? Like, do you know if there's like a magic teleportation ring or anything, or just any hints about the cave?
When you say magic teleportation ring, the spider just like cocks his head in this like, what? What is teleportation? No, this cave is
You
my
know,
home. I've been here for many, many
Okay.
well,
years.
I mean,
What
has
was
there
Voz
anything
doing?
weird? Yeah.
What was the question?
What was Voz doing?
I do not
Like,
know.
was she digging?
She was she brought in many things and put them in the other room. We came to an agreement. I would not fight her if she did not fight me. We left each other alone. Um, but she would often disappear, go down another system and come back very injured, very tired, very hurt, rest up for the night and then go back and then come back injured and hurt and then repeat over and over for many days.
Sure.
huh.
Hmm.
Seems
Odd.
like she took care of quite a lot of the issue that we needed to take care of.
Infestations.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to just explore that now, you're free to do so. I'm sure there's plenty of at least rotting bodies at this point down that tunnel.
This cave is my home, plus many foolish adventurers stop by every now and then.
Well, I
Do you
guess I
know
can't
like
ask you to not eat, but
what sorts of dangers do adventurers run into usually in
Me.
this cave? Oh. And that makes sense.
They shouldn't come to my home.
you know what? That's very fair. Maybe you should like put a sign out front, make sure they know that it's your home.
What's a sign?
I don't know.
I mean, no, that doesn't quite make sense because you gotta eat, you know.
Oh, that's true, that's true.
And the
I mean,
spider is just nodding its head. Yes.
I would
I mean,
just
what about
appreciate it if you don't eat me again. I mean, we did kill Voz for you.
This I can do. Unless you're dead, in which case I will eat you.
Oh yeah, no, if we're
But
dead,
that's
like
okay.
that's fair game.
Yeah.
That's a circle of life.
I'm sure you could really easily like catch a couple of rabbits or something outside.
They're what normally gets me going. Or keeps me going, but. Well, adventures are far, far more fun and far more tasty.
Hal is just cringing, trying to figure out the nicest way possible to ask the spider not to eat people. You know what?
I mean, I think me and Kaga, or Sophie and Kagos are just,
Yeah, it's like
okay. Yeah,
yeah.
he eats people, whatever.
I mean, we have to eat things. Like, why can't the spider not eat things? You know?
They're people. Anyway, thank you so much for letting us into your home. Um, we'll go come in again down that same tunnel, but we'll leave you alone.
Yeah. And
Very well.
And then Hal's going to say, "Let's get out of here."
bye then. Let's go check the boxes.
Yeah, oh yeah, the boxes.
Oh man.
Okay. So everyone who's searching the boxes, why don't you roll perception in secret? Okay. So I'm not going to do this individually, but collectively, you kind of, first of all, you see like a lot of mining equipment, pickaxes, shovels, rock hammers, things of that nature. Like basically any tool that you might need to, well, dig through a cave.
Explosives.
Not lying in the open. You're not sure just yet. As you start to crack open the boxes, a lot of them seem to contain supplies. You see a good amount of food. There's some like packaged water, like sleeping bags, or I guess like one sleeping bag. You see clothing, like, things of that sort. And in another box, you see a lot of rope, a few grappling hooks. You see, yeah, it's pretty much ropes, grappling hooks. Just an entire box of that. Another box contains. Right. It contains what looks like clothes. As you pull a couple out, you realize these are very vase shaped, and they kind of match the aesthetic she had going before. So, probably her clothes. You also see a book kind of contained within this box. And then the other boxes don't really have anything in them. They're kind of empty. It looks like she's filling this up with stuff as she goes. You see like rock samples in one. You see the corpses of a couple creatures in another. Yeah, that's what you see.
Corpses? Are they like bogger corpses?
They are
Archive
not.
corpses? Interesting.
So one
Also,
is a
I heard book.
yes, you heard book. So the two corpses. One corpse is this weird slug worm like creature. You can't exactly tell what its face looked like because where its face is supposed to be is actually a charred mess. The second corpse, it looks like the head of a bugbear.
This takes me back
Why
to
would she
about a
have
week ago.
bugbear head? It's not like they're rare.
Maybe it was food for the Tiki Tog?
I mean, we could give him these corpses.
Well, that one looks like Goop Goop. Sure you want?
Goop Goop's a little goopier than this.
Ugh.
Right. Anyway, let's see what's in
And,
that
you
book.
know, it's not Goop Goop. It just reminds me that I miss him. Just like the gnome back there. All right.
Oh, also, actually, real quick before we continue, I should have done this at the beginning of the episode, but we have XP that needs to be given out.
Oh yeah.
So for defeating Vaz, you get this much experience. For defeating her skeletal champion, you get this much. For dealing with her skeletal guard, you get this much. Well, technically, even though you did it this episode, for dealing with the Tixie Tog and the spider swarm that was with it, you get this much.
Oh,
So
I'm at
8,
955.
15,
Yeah.
955. Where did I miss?
30, 5, and 100. Yeah, 955.
Do you have
Started.
955? All right.
Yeah, I have 955 as well.
Yeah, everyone should be the same, so.
I guess I missed an episode or something.
Should have started
Missed
at
us reading it.
770.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I was in the 600s.
Huh. It's so close.
Uh,
645. All right.
Anyways, so first I want to read this book, and then I think, unless you guys object, I'm going to give these corpses to the Tixie Dog.
Yeah, I mean, better than having them lie around here.
Yeah, it'll start to smell.
So first I will look at the book.
Yeah.
Phagos, you look at the book. You have no idea what it says.
Hal's going to read over his shoulder.
Although, the writing looks very similar. Like, the script looks very similar to what the dagger had.
Oh.
All right. Well, I can't read a whole book, but I could at least read the title.
There is no title.
Yeah, I'm gonna
There's
do it.
nothing written on the front of the book.
Well, I could the first page, I guess.
Also, so this looks handwritten.
Okay, the first page, I guess.
Okay?
I will use my comprehension elixir.
You use your comprehension elixir and read the first page. I feel like you can read a lot more than a page in a minute, right? I'll give you 2 pages just so it makes this a little easier.
I mean, I should be able to read a lot, but I don't know how much. Like a minute's, I don't know how long a page is.
I'll give you a minute's worth of information. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
You are able in a minute to kind of figure out that this looks like some sort of journal Voz was keeping. You're not sure what it's a journal of just yet, but it looks like, from what you've read so far, a mix of like day-to-day notes and some sections that dive deeper into research related things. You see like notes on various creatures. You're not sure what these creatures are or where she came across them, but it looks like she was keeping, she was doing research on just random creatures. You also see that she talks about finding this cave and exploring a little bit. You see like anecdotes where she talks about how she had a rough day fighting while clearing out the cave. She mentioned how the bugbear put up an especially valiant effort before she cut it down. And you also find one page that I'm just going to give to you. So, wait, let me
Yes,
make sure.
I guess I would be scared. Okay, this makes sense.
So, this page is kind of titled Elsetta's Ring. And this is what you see. So it just looks like running thoughts that Voz had on the ring. So they basically go like, when were these rings created? There doesn't seem to be much about them.
Yeah.
Rediscovered during the Goblin Blood Wars. After the soldiers finally cleared Guardian's Way of the goblins, they found a cave system behind. Pushed in and found, quote, a ring of strange archways end quote. Couldn't get the arches to do anything. Another room present, but driven away by strange animated doors. The dead fools in Citadel Aldrine confirmed that they knew about this room. They went so far as to name it Alceda's Ring. Alceda's Ring. Something so old even legend has forgotten about it. Not just in Aedera, but the first Aedera, created before Earthfall. Based on the soldiers' description of the rings, only 5 remain standing. One of them collapsed, which is why it's accessible via the Guardian Way cave. Might be the portal leading to Keonan. The fact that they couldn't get the portals to work suggests that a key of some sort is needed. I need to get down there and see for myself.
Okay. So I guess I would translate that to them, or at least what I remember from it after I'm done. Other things, it looks like the bugbear was just like a hard fight, so it's just a trophy. Doesn't mean anything. Man, Voss is really messed up. Also, she's studying creatures. I guess that's what the slug thingy is. Oh yeah, this is Voss's journal.
Was there a map or anything in there about what she explored so far?
No, she just fought a lot of things, so she definitely cleared out stuff.
Also, as you were looking through the notes, you kind of pieced together what the deal that Voss constructed or came to with the Scarlet Triad is. It looks like she was attempting to set up some sort of assassination / necromancy guild within this area. Whoa. And the Scarlet Triad agreed to fund the guild.
Oh.
Necromantic assassinations.
Sounds
yeah, cool. These guys are bad.
Yeah.
That's just a very niche market. I don't know if the community would support that sort of market here.
No.
We need to tell people about this because that's really scary.
Like
Yeah, we should, but I really want to keep Voz's journal.
I definitely think we should keep this to ourselves for now.
For now, yeah.
And I'm going to give you the last bit of XP.
Tell, like, the council. Oh, sorry.
So, for discovering Voz's journal, I just want to get this over with now so you're ready for next session. You gain this much experience.
Yay!
It just so happens to be.
It's almost like the stars align in some way.
Yeah.
Well,
we have 15 at the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
10, 15. All right.
Oh.
All right. I think what we should do is we keep the journal to ourselves because we don't know how far this goes. We don't know where the Scarlet Triad has contacts. We don't know. So we want them to believe that we have not found this notebook, that we have not found their letters, that we know nothing, and we'll just leave it at that.
I'm an idiot.
So
Alec recognizes the writing in the book.
Oh. Oof.
Alec may not have seen the dagger, but as Kagos is like pouring through this book, he kind of peers over Kagos' shoulder and says, that looks like Necrol.
Necrol, even even these languages.
Can you read it?
I've never heard of this.
It's a broken. It's vaguely similar to Infernal. I can maybe piece together some words, but I would need to take this back to Citadel Vrail to to get it properly translated. I seriously doubt there are any Necrol scholars in this area.
I'm just gonna go step away from Alec a little bit.
Alec just follows you.
I'll step behind Hal.
If we're continuing this further, we need to keep this very quiet. Have
Yeah.
the Hell Knights ever done business with the Scarlet Triad?
I don't know anything about the Scarlet Triad. This is the first I'm hearing of them.
Alright. We need to include as few people as possible and let as few people as possible know of this book.
But why?
I try.
I guess we whispered to Hal, like, good. I didn't know how to not give him the book.
But why?
Because if they really are setting up a secret organization, then we don't want them to know that we know about it.
Well, I'm not sure they were setting up the organization. It looked like Voz. And then Alec kind of reaches out for the book.
Kind of just like puts it further.
Can
it's like putting it behind his back.
I'm just going to read it. I'm just going to try to read it now.
I want to do a sense motive on Alec for
Okay.
when he said that he's never heard of the Scarlet Triad.
Okay. Yeah, give me a secret perception check.
I trust Alec less now that I know he reads Necro.
Well, he reads Infernal, so.
It's even worse, right?
Yeah.
You don't sense any deception.
All right. I think we can trust him with the book, but
Okay.
I'm uncomfortable with taking it back to the Citadel.
I mean, that's your call. I was just saying you probably won't find any
Okay.
Necrol scholars anywhere else within the region.
I think I can figure it out. But here, you
You
okay?
mean without a potion? Oh,
No.
yeah. Yeah.
So Alec
But with
just
enough
starts.
potions, I can trans.
Alec just starts thumbing through it, and he kind of just plops down onto one of the crates as he's looking through. And then he, like, after 5 minutes, he says, "You know what? Maybe as we're resting tonight, I can take a closer look at this and maybe have something for you by the morning."
All right.
Is there anything else you guys want to do here?
I want to take a couple of spare ropes.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
There
and the
are-
grappling hooks.
Yeah, grab a grappling hook too.
There are 2 grappling hooks and 4 bundles of 50-foot rope.
Okay. So each take a
I know
rope.
you said grappling hooks, but there's not any pitons in there either.
No, there aren't. It's just grappling hooks and rope.
Okay. Okay.
Need a shovel or a pickaxe.
There's one of each,
Yeah.
so if you want to take it, you're
Yeah.
welcome to.
I'll take a shovel.
And if we're on our way out, I would like to carry the snail body.
Okay?
To
It's
the
about the
pizza.
size of your head, Kagos.
Well, it's just a little snack. You'll appreciate it.
All right? Yeah, as you
I
walk...
guess if it's about that size, I will take the bugbear head too.
That's bigger than your head. But yeah. Okay, you grab both. The bugbear head drips a little bit as you pick it up. but otherwise it seems to mostly stay in there.
Is anybody stopping me? Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Al gags a little.
We'll take it to the Dixie dog.
All right. Yeah, as you walk over, it sees you, and it like raises its head. Can you see? Yeah, you can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like raises its head and like looks at you and goes, "Yes."
Oh, I just brought you a little more food.
Oh,
And I'll throw him down, like, in that direction.
thank you.
Okay. I just wanted to be friends. Well, not friends, but I don't want you to eat me again.
Okay. And I am
Okay.
I'm sorry I tried to eat you before.
I mean, okay. And I'm gonna leave. Because I don't know how to respond to that. All right.
Does
Gets it
everyone
for
just
that.
make their way back to the hut house thing?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. I can just drag everyone there. Be quicker. All right. You are now back in.
There.
It's close to like 9 at night.
I'd like to inspect the star knife and the armor.
Okay. Um How do you inspect the knife and the armor?
Hmm. I feel like the knife I attempt to use, but I can't actually use it.
Well, it's a star knife. You
I
just
don't know
normally
how.
just
So I
throw
feel like
star
I end up
knives.
throwing it one time and it just like bounces off the wall.
Funny you should
And
say
then I
that.
give it to Hal.
As you throw the knife and it hits the wall and you manage to get it to stick in. As soon as it lands, it suddenly reappears in your hand.
That's
Oh,
fancy.
that would have been so
You
useful
have very good.
yesterday.
Do, do, do either of you know how to use this? Anybody?
Um,
It's just a martial
It's
weapon.
just like a nut.
yeah, if it's just a martial weapon, yeah, I think I could figure it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, common martial weapon. So, yeah.
So, Hal, you are now in possession of. How do you spell star knife? There we go.
Another fancy star
One
knife. Another fancy
Plus
knife.
one returning star knife. But this one returns, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so useful.
That would have been so helpful in the fight against boss.
Right?
Splint Mal.
Yeah, and like as you're examining the armor, you just realize that it's kind of just enhanced a little bit. So it's just +1 splint mail.
Yeah, I have this, but it's really heavy. I can't use it. Anybody want some really heavy armor?
It's gnome sized, so
Yeah, you're the only one who can fit.
Mhm.
Well, I like can't even carry this around, so put it on the table. Leave it
It's
here.
a bulk of 3. Wow.
Yeah.
4. Oh, 4.
Well, carried. Worn is 3. Oh my god, it is a -10 speed penalty.
it's very good
It's,
armor
it's
though.
it's got a strength threshold of 16.
Oh,
I don't
wait,
think
none of us
any
can use it.
I don't
Yeah.
think any of us are actually strong enough.
No.
Can we leave it here and maybe remember to get it on the way out? Maybe somebody wants it.
Along
You can
with that
sell his
chest you
scrap
could never
metal.
manage to get open.
Maybe we should try to open the chest again.
Yeah.
Alec is just chuckling a little bit, like, yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay. Uh, Thievery. Yeah, it seems appropriate.
Yeah, like you take your third shot at it, but you know, third time isn't the charm. It's just not budging.
All right. I'll just put the splint mail here with this chest we can't open.
Yeah, I think anyone carrying it will make us encumbered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm also
Yeah,
going to use one of the spare ropes that we got from the chest or the crate and tie Vaz's body up.
Is that necessary? You hear Alec
Vaz
just
is
say,
Vaz is a necromancer. I don't really know what she's capable of.
I think, you
I
know,
just better safe than sorry. We've got the spare rope.
I don't
guess.
think necromancers come back from the dead. I think they just raise other things from the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
well, what about like liches? Don't they like raise themselves from the dead?
but that's
Yeah, but
a
I think
different.
that's like a whole thing.
That's a different case. That's like,
Yeah, like they gotta
some
do
most
it.
necromancers. Yeah, most necromancers just raise other things. I had a weird dream I was a necromancer once, actually, like a couple weeks ago. Um, but it's probably nothing.
They have to like
Oh.
kill themselves as part of the ritual, and Vaz didn't do that, so I think we're okay.
Also, if
Okay,
Voz
okay.
had been a lich, we would not be alive right now.
No.
That's true too. Yeah.
We
Alright,
had to find. Yeah.
all right, fair enough. Still, we got the extra rope.
All right. Better safe than sorry, I guess.
All right.
That it for the night.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think
Anybody
so.
doing anything else?
I've got Vaz's dagger. I got the stone.
Okay, that's it for the night. I guess all of you go to sleep. Is anyone keeping watch at any point?
Yeah, I think we
Oh
do
yeah.
a
Yeah,
rotating
I think
watch.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alec
yeah.
will also take one of the rotations because he's studying the journal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If we're not doing anything else tonight, I'm just going to transition it back to day. And as the sun rises on a brand new day, all of you feel very well rested. You know, the smells of the night before still haven't gone away. Kagos is still covered in spider guts. He never really cleaned himself up. Also, there's a little bit of gnome guts on his arm that he never cleaned up. You know, everyone has the holes and cuts and blood stains from the day before, but you know, other than that, everyone is doing perfectly fine. Yeah, what's everyone doing now?
I'm making my potions. How
Um,
many? 7.
are we going to return to town or are we going to explore the cave?
I think we gotta explore the cave, right?
I feel like we do. I mean, we did our thing. We have Vaz dead, but I feel
Also,
like we need to
I
know what she was doing.
sorry, one quick thing. I will say, like, whenever we start next session, like anything you get from leveling up would have technically started after this long rest. But yes, sorry, continue.
Oh.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. You know, the Thunderstones went kind of badly yesterday.
You
Should
don't
I
say.
make some more?
No.
No, but unless we're all of us are in a location without any stalactites, and all of the bad guys are in a location with stalactites. But it's a very niche case, I would say.
Okay, I'll just make two and I'll pay attention.
Yeah, please.
I'll look up next time. Well, I did look up. I just didn't think. I know what happens now.
Um, Also, this book is boring, to say the least. uh, I haven't been able to piece together much of it, but the few things that I have kind of. Well, I didn't bother translating the notes from Elsetta's Ring, because I feel like you got a fairly decent look at that, Kagos. Um, the bit about the Assassin's Guild and whatnot. Um, my impression is that Voz was interested in setting this up, and she was basically trying to use the knowledge of Elsetta's Ring as leverage to get money from the Scarlet Triad. I doesn't say where she was planning to set this up. Her intention might have been to use Citadel Alterine as a base for the guild, but that was the extent of that. She sounded very hopeful. It sounded like she had a lot of research she wanted to do, and the slug and the bugbear were part of the research. I think she wanted to resurrect the slug and somehow attach the head of the bugbear to it. It's very fuzzy on how she was going to do that, but it looks like that was the intention.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, I don't quite understand. I feel like the weight of the head would have been too much for the slug's body, but you know, what do I know? Um, Also,
And
like,
spider food now, so.
yeah, it looks like she was fighting a lot more than a slug and a bugbear, though. She's fought a lot in that tunnel. I think we actually caught her in a weakened state when we fought her, which is why we were able to defeat her, because, well, I think she's been fighting pretty much nonstop for the last week.
Well, that's good. That's lucky.
All right.
That means there's less stuff in the cave.
I think she had pretty
Yeah.
much cleared up everything leading up to the entrance to a second cave system. She never got around to walking into the second cave system.
That would be where the ring is.
I guess that's where her journal ends. In the
Yeah, that was the last section of her notes. And I think this is around the time when she penned that second letter that she never got a chance to send.
Do you guys still want to do the cave?
I mean,
Well, I
if
think
most
we
yeah,
need
if
to
most of
now
it's
because
cleared out, and also like there could be more, more boggarts or other things coming through the ring. Like now might be the perfect time to do it.
yeah, because now there's nothing standing between the boggarts and Chaurka from the outside world other than a reclusive Tixatog.
Alright.
So you got it. Even though I hate the taste of them, you got any of those healing potions, Kagos?
I mean, I just made some.
I used my
could
last
still
real one.
make more. How many more?
You saw how well we did in the last fight.
Well, I feel like most of that was my fault. We were doing pretty good, and then
And
Yeah,
then
I
you threw a
agree.
thunderstone,
I
Mhm.
caused a cave in.
and we still and you made more thunderstones.
I feel like in the right
But I
in the
won't.
right circumstance, I think they could be
Yeah,
useful.
I'll just be more careful. Like if they're on the other side of the room, I'll throw it at them. But we won't stand under the thunderstone.
Anyway, I would feel a whole lot safer if I had just one that I could have in my pocket.
Yeah. And I will give you, Sophie, and Alec. I'll give everyone one.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I still have three. Yeah, that math works. All right.
This is a minor elixir of life, right?
Yes. No, lesser.
Lesser.
Okay. Huge.
Right? Wait, no. Hold
This should
on.
be
What
minor,
level
I
am I
think.
at?
These would have been made at fourth level, so whatever.
Oh, yeah, don't your things get stronger at this level?
They do. I gotta double check.
So
What level is
we're
the
not going into the
weapon?
caves today. I'm just gonna say that right now. We don't have enough time.
Okay.
So if you want to figure this out before next session, we can do that.
They're still
Yeah.
minor, unfortunately,
Okay.
because lesser is fifth level.
Damn.
Stupid. But I do get something that helps me make more, I think. I need to double check it.
Well, we can retcon it
I
afterwards.
think I get signature potions or something now.
Okay.
Okay. I now have just a ton of sheaths and strapped on weapons. Because I got the rapier, I got Vaz's dagger, I've got the star knife, and I've got the hand crossbow.
I feel like they're not all on you. Well, I mean, technically they could.
No,
Yeah.
Hal would have them all on him.
I mean, you could have the hand crossbow, the rapier.
Hal is
With
just like a
that.
walking wind chime. Every time he takes a step, everything jingles.
He's also got the buckler on his arm as well. Yeah. I think he's got the rapier on one hip, the dagger on the other, the crossbow over one shoulder, and the star knife over the other.
Nice.
And
I mean,
he still looks he thinks he looks cool, but it's very clunky. Because
Yeah.
it would look better on someone who like was a little bit muscular. He's just very thin, so
Oh no, I get healing bomb.
Doing bomb.
Oh, I gotta use quick alchemy. I don't want to use quick alchemy.
also, everything is +1. Everything that I have is +1. Except for the crossbow, but I can make that +1 with the doubling rings.
Are you starting a blacksmith shop there, Hal?
We just keep running into really nice weapons, and I'm the only one who can use them.
Good thing we're not stealthing anywhere.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh man. And we also have these 6 scrolls that no one can use. 4 of them are heal. Because we traded in the other ones. For... Okay.
So what's our next step? Going into the cave? I got all my potions ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
All right,
Um,
let's.
All right, we can start making our way there. We have a little bit of time today, so let's start trudging towards the cave. Who would like to take lead?
I guess Hal would.
I'll.
Yeah, Hal's always.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll drag you guys to the entrance of the system.
Oh, and also, I need to grab extra torches. If there are torches in the boxes.
Yeah, sure. There were torches in there. You can grab a few. Let's say there were 10 in there.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay, because
We're gonna
I
ask
actually
him.
need them. And we're probably going to go through them fairly quickly. Because they only last like an hour, right?
Yeah.
So also the torch is +1. Because of the dumpling rings.
So just tell me your marching order real quick.
Uh,
So Hal is up front.
Hmm.
either Alec or me right after, and Sophie.
So Alec was gonna take the rear. Alec always takes the rear.
Sophie will probably be second to last then.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start walking through this cave system. It stretches for a long, long time. You kind of lose track of distance. You do realize, or you do figure, it takes a few hours. Um, you feel like you've walked miles and miles underneath. Along the way, you see the corpses of monsters just strewn all over the place. It's just like every few hundred feet, you would see another corpse just on the floor or slumped against the wall, or the scorch mark like on the wall or on the ceiling. Um, there are bugbears and other Tixie Togs. There are the same weird slug-like creatures. You even see the remains of what you think might have been a gelatinous cube. Then there are other remains that you can't exactly recognize because there really is much left of them. But suffice to say, like Voz's journal, if anything, underestimated how much she fought to kind of like clear this caveway. Um, you figure after a good long time, after walking maybe 5 or 6 miles, that you finally reached an opening of some sort, wider than the cave body that you've been walking through so far. And you emerge here. Oh, well, that's annoying. Okay, there we go. Sorry. You emerge here.
Okay. Where's Alec?
Oh, Alec is still with you guys. I just haven't added his token yet.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go. Alec.
There you are. Thought we
Also,
lost you for a second.
while we were walking, were there any like split offs or anything?
Nope, it was just a single tunnel.
Weird.
Does the tunnel look natural, or like it's been dug out? I mean, I assume it's been dug out actually.
So there
But
are
does it look?
portions of it that look natural. You see like
Mhm.
natural mineral deposits and you know, features that you would see in a cave system. There are
Mhm.
parts of it that look unnatural, too smooth. Looks like tools might have been used. You, as you like inspect these areas, you kind of figured the tunnel might have just been widened in these
Mm.
places.
Okay.
All right. I'll walk in with the rapier out and the torch in the other hand. Just gonna step around the corner.
Okay. You step around the corner and you see that the tunnel opens into this wide, sprawling cavern. Um, but for some reason, this area feels more claustrophobic than the place you just came from because there are viscous spider webs crisscrossing nearly every inch of the place. Along the northern wall, you can't really see the northern wall just yet. So, yeah, right now it's just spider webs everywhere, and they're really, really dense spider webs.
Hmm.
Hal
Like
is
you,
going to slowly scan up towards the ceiling.
Hal, would you roll a perception in secret, please?
Yes.
Think we should have more fire.
Hal, it's kind of tough to see. Actually, you know what? I should have done this also. Hal, do you have a torch up?
Yes.
Perfect, because I am going to make it dark because it's technically dark.
Yeah. I spent 3 because you said it took a few hours to get here, so.
Yeah. And yeah, you can adjust the lighting on your. Whoops, that's a. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
adjust the lighting on your character, but it's very. You don't really see anything. It's just too dark, and there are too many spider webs.
All right. Um, going to softly say to everyone, keep your eyes open. Weapons at the ready.
Yep. Yep.
Um, should we continue? Like
For now.
like
For now.
okay. Until we walk into the encounter, is that what you're saying?
I think that's the idea.
Who knows?
The
Who
player,
knows what's
yeah.
gonna happen?
Okay, just gonna slowly walk
Okay,
forward a bit more.
as you walk forward, I need a dexterity check.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh.
Uh, dexterity or
Dexterity. Just a check, not
okay.
a save. So the dexterity check is to basically dodge out of the way of the spider webs, because you don't want to walk straight into them. They're, well, ropes essentially.
Okay. Can't do a flat dex check, so I guess I'll just roll.
Uh,
Do you-
you-
Yeah, why can't we roll that anymore?
that's kind of weird.
Hey.
Hey, okay, Hal. Yeah, you managed to kind of bob and weave through the spider webs. But you know what? Since everyone is following Hal, everyone needs to roll this.
Okay.
It's reflex, right?
It's just dexterity.
Where's that?
We definitely used to be able to roll these.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't
can
understand.
roll it
Yeah.
for Alec. What's going on? Let me look at one of your character sheets.
It just showed
So
up
where-
it showed up that I could roll strength, but the dex one isn't showing up
Where? I can't see it at all.
on the first page.
Yeah, on the first page you can.
Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just never do these, I guess.
Yeah.
But what do I click? It's not, like,
No,
clickable.
just roll
Usually
a
you would
d20 and
click
add
to,
your
like,
modifier.
where it says dex.
Yeah, I'll just add my modifier to D20.
But it's not showing up.
Okay, yeah, Hal, you managed to ninja dodge these spider webs, but everyone behind you was just bumbling through them. And as the vibrations sort of pass through the web, you see these figures descend from the ceiling in front of you. They look a little bit like spiders. And
Look like Tixatog?
no, not like Tixatogs, like actual spiders.
Oh.
And we'll see how this
Oh.
shapes up next week.